Hey everybody, welcome in for another episode. So for this episode, we're going to do something a little different. I'm not going to go through anything with the actual base. I'm going to use my micromanager here that I have set up on a sign. I also have a portable radar and a behavioral control unit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into here. Okay. And we're going to spend a little bit of time just going through how to actually set up a behavior. So say you want an easy behavior. You just want it to go from one unit to another unit. Okay, so you want to go here, and then you want to go here, and then you want to repeat. We're going to set two of these, and this is going to be location 1. Okay, and then location 2. Oh, 23? No, location 2. I'm not doing 23 locations. And that's all you have to do. You can choose if you want to do this, or you can choose to have a wait ticks. And then the ticks is going to decide how many. I believe what they said was 3 ticks is a second. So this would wait 1 second, and then it would go through. If you wanted to do a total of 4 seconds, you do that. Then loop it back around. Now, location 1 is going to be here. Location 2 is going to be here. Okay? So say we want this micromanager to go between this location and this location, and then it'll wait a tick, wait a little bit, and then go. All we're going to do is hit play. It's going to go there, wait. Going to wait 4 seconds, yep. And then it's going to go back, and then come back again. That's the easiest program you're ever going to have to do. Easy programming. Okay, this is one of the easiest ones you're going to have to do. If you want to remove this, it will just continuously go back and forth. And that's all it's going to do is just go back and forth. And back and forth. Now, say I put... let's go over here. Go into here, let's grab... I need to find something I can grab out of here. You know what? No, I don't want that one. We got anything I really want to take out of here? So there's micromanager. So micromanager, you know what? Micromanager, go ahead and take this fabricator. I want you to have that fabricator. Then we're going to bring the fabricator down. And what we're going to do is we're going to do pick up item. Okay, so it's going to move to this location. It's going to then pick up an item. Okay, so it's going to pick up from location 1, and then it's going to move to location 2, and then it's going to drop off item. Or what's the other one? Not request, solve, turn. There's another one that is. There's drop off item, or I think it's global, is it? No. Why can I not think of what I want to actually say now? Research. Is it in this one? Check health, no. There's another item. There's another option. But we're going to try it for here. We're going to try destination 2. Okay. And then we're just going to take this. We're going to drop it off. Okay. So this is going to pick up an item from there. It's going to then move it over here, and it's going to drop it off. Okay. What we need to do is we need to leave that item there. Then we're going to move over here. Then we'll pick it up. Look at there, we picked it up. And now we dropped off. Now it's going to come back over here. This is over here. Now, if we wanted to, we could come into him, stop him, and now we can just do the opposite thing. So we can do another pickup item. So actually, let's do wait. Let's wait for 4 seconds. Okay. Then let's turn around and pick up the item. Okay. So we're going to pick up that same item we just had. Okay. We're going to pick up from location 2. And then when we get over here, we're going to drop that item back off. Okay. We're going to drop back off at that location. Then we're going to wait ticks. And we're going to wait another few seconds. Now watch what happens. We're going to come over here. We don't have anything to drop off, so it's going to wait. Then it's going to pick up the item. It's going to drop it off, try it. Can't. So then it's going to pick it up and it's going to drop it off. Now that item is in there. Now they took it again. And now it dropped it off over here. Now it's going to pick up that item and drop it off over here. And that's all this code is doing. The entirety of this code is just picking it up, moving, waiting, picking it back up, moving, dropping off the item, waiting, picking it back up. That's all it's doing. It's doing it all over and over and over and over again. So that is going to be a very simple pick up, move item. So say over here, I wanted to do a behavior where a guy came over here, picked up from my storage, and just drove over here. That's all I would do. Is I would say move to this location, pick up items from this location, move over to here, and I would put it for the max amount that it could carry. So my micromanager has 4 slots. That's 20, 40, 60, 80. I would put it for 80 metal ore. Then it would move over here and it'd drop off 80 metal ore. Then it would come back, pick up another, and then drop it off. And it would just continuously do that run over and over and over and over and over again. And it would never stop. Now, say I actually wanted to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to move that. We're going to remove the ticks. We're going to keep that one. We're going to keep that one. We're going to remove that one. And we're going to remove that one. Okay. Now, I want to, location 1 is there. Location 2 is going to be there. All right. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to go back into these ones. And I'm going to choose 80. Okay. I'm going to drop off 80. Okay. So now I have all of those going. So watch this now. I'm going to hit play. It's now going to come over here. My micromanager. It's going to pick up 80. And now it's going to come over here and it's going to drop off that 80. But it couldn't. Because it didn't have enough room. So what this is going to do is it's just going to continue to run. And it's not going to drop anything off. So all it's going to do is just pick up. And move over here and not drop anything off. How do we get that to not do that? Well, for one, we're going to pause the code. Well, actually, we can stop the code for right now. And we're going to do some other things. We're going to do some checks. Okay. So in global, it's going to sit here and it's going to say, can't produce place construction. No. Actually, is it under flow? Compare number. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to compare the value of what we're visually sharing, and we're going to compare that to 1. Okay. You always have to have 1. If it equals or is greater than, it's just going to actually let's do another move. So we're going to do another move one. We're going to move unit 2. And if it's larger, we're going to move to here 2. And we're going to do wait location. Make that capital, otherwise it's going to drive me crazy. Now we have a wait location. That wait location is going to be right there. Okay. So if it has that, it's going to wait. It's going to move to there. Then we're going to wait ticks. I want it to wait total of 1, 2, 3. I want it to wait a total of 1 second. Then it's going to move back to there. And it's going to try to drop off and it's going to compare. If it's smaller than 1, that means there's nothing left on it. Then I'm going to move all the way back there. So what this should do now is it should pick up. Let's set this right fast. So we're going to set this to right here. What it should do is come over here, pick up, come over here, drop off. If it can't drop off everything, it's then going to go to its waiting location. So like, we're going to come over. It's going to pick up the resources. Then it's going to move over here. Going to try to drop off. And it didn't do what it was supposed to. Look at this. Going to come over here. Going to pick up. And it's going to automatically move because I didn't actually count the numbers. That's what I forgot to do. So we come back over here. We come back into here. We're going to set number. I'm going to go here and we're going to do, oh, actually, I know why. Our visual is set to that. Our signal, we need to have set to how many we have. Now, I come over here. Now I should be able to set this to signal. And that should work then. So let's try it again. See if micromanager goes to our wait position or if it moves. And it's not. So we might need to change this to that. And it's still not working. So this is where you get to start thinking about, okay, why is it not working? So it's not working for that, right? Let's try a variable. Let's do items. Okay. Or we could go into math and set number. Set this, how many we have, to A. And then this is going to be A. If we really wanted to, we can go copy. Because now I want to see what A is. And I want to target for right there. So I want to see what A is. So now this is going to tell me what A is when it gets to that part of the code. So it says 0. Okay. So it's saying that when I do this, it's saying I have 0. Okay. I have 0 of these items. Okay. Which is not true. Let's see what it says when I do that. Okay, let's start again. Let's see if this changes. Because remember, we need that to be up to 80. We need that to say how many we have in our inventory. And it's still not working. So now is when we gotta try to figure out what's going on. So we need to where is it? Not get faction. Destruction. Math. Check item for space. Okay. Okay. So now we need to set the item for space. Maybe this will work. We're going to check for this. We're going to do that as a result A. Okay. Actually, we can put that up there and then we can pull it right back down. Then it goes up and down. It'll let us know how many we have. Let's see if that changes now with this new code. It doesn't, but we have 80, and I know we have 80. Okay, so this check item for space, we need to remove that. Let's try it again now. This is all of the code writing right here. Because now it should be checking get space for item. Do we have the space for it? But it's not coming up with an item, right? So we need to figure out why we're not coming up with an item here. So we need to copy that. So we need to come, this one is going to be give me a result A. And then A is going to come up here, and we're also going to go to A. Okay, so I want to see what this thing is saying is in that spot. It's not even returning anything anymore. So we have to figure out why it's not actually getting the space. So you get pretty much, you're just trying to figure out which one of these counts the number of past items in the inventory. Okay. Result is A. There we go. Let's see if this one works. Actually, let's pass this up and pass it back down. Let's see what this says. Let's see if it changes 4 for what we have. It doesn't. Still not giving us an item. So this one is still counting the items, is still not working. Let's see if changing that works. Every time you change code, it stops the code. So it'll stop the code every single time. There we go, 80. Now it's going to wait, and it's going to wait a second, and then it's going to go back. That's all we were looking for. We're just looking for it to count how many items it had in its inventory, and then start dropping off. And that's all this is going to do now. It's going to sit here and wait. Or we can sit here, and I like to do it every 3 seconds. That's my personal thing. I like it to go that long time of waiting, because otherwise it just waits 1 second and goes and goes and goes. And it's not as much fun. Now it's going to wait a little bit. It's going to try to use up some of these. Say I need these. I want to put in there. There. This is then going to take some of these resources. It's going to then take some from there. I don't know why it's not dropping the rest of them off. That's the question. There. And it's not dropping any items off. There's the thing. So it should be dropping items off. Let's try it again. Try dropping items off and see if it'll drop off any of the items. There. It dropped off all of them. And then right over here, it's going to go ahead, and it's not going to be able to. So it's just going to wait. This one has some, this one has some, and it's not going to be able to drop any off. Let's go ahead and drop off those ones again. That's going to take some more. It's going to take more resources. This is going to then eventually take more resources. That's going to take more resources. So everything's going to end up taking more resources. Let's see if this can start dropping some off. That's not 100. Look at there. It now dropped off 3 because it kept that maxed out. So now this is a very simple code, and that's pretty much all you have to do is figure out, how can I get this number to change? And if it won't let you do an up for the result or anything like that, like a drop off will not let you go up. Okay? Will not let you. Invalid parameters. Okay? So you can't go up. So if it doesn't allow you to go up, hit copy. If you do a copy, it will let you go up. Copy. Right there. And we're going to copy destination 2, and then we're going to send that up there. That's all it is. Okay. So now when the code runs around to there, it's going to show that as that. There. That's all it does. Is it'll give you that physical representation of what it is you're trying to do. Like I was trying to figure out, how do we get this to go to 80? That's what my dilemma was, is how do I get that to show the number? If it goes over to here, it's gonna wait. As soon as it goes to 0 items, so the number is smaller than 1, then it'll loop all the way back to the beginning of the code, and that's when it's gonna move and it's gonna pick up 80 iron ore. But other than that, it's just going to sit here. Oh my god. It's just going to sit there and wait until it can drop off all of its items. Then it'll come back over, pick up more, and then come back over. then come back down and go back up. That is all this programming is doing. We're going to wait on this one. We're going to come... You know what? I need to try to get rid of these two now, don't I? Let's go ahead and drop them in there. And there. Okay, so Roomba's coming back. I mean, my micromanager is coming back. Okay, micromanager. You're coming back. So now, another kind of code. Mining. Mining control. Okay. In here, in component, there's a radar. You're going to hit the radar. You want it to do information. You want it to find a mineable resource that is of metal ore. Okay. So I want to find, actually, you know what? Let's do blight. Mineable blight. Okay. That result is going to give us A. Now we want to move to that unit, right? We want to move to it, but we want to assign a number to that. Okay. So we're going to do, actually, let's do some variables in here. So ore type. Okay. We're going to do our ore type. We're going to do our home location. Okay. We're going to do a, what do we want? Distance away from, distance away. We'll just do that. These ones I'm not even going to change right now. Okay. But I want ore type. I want that one to come down here. Okay. Because I want that to be able to be changed. Now we want to math. We want to set a number here. We want the value, okay, of A. Okay, so the item, and then we're going to bring it back down, and we're going to set that the distance away from it right there. Then we're going to use our movement, and we're going to move the movement. Oh, actually, we can. Instead of actually doing this, they changed it a little bit. You can actually move range. Okay, so what we're going to do, actually, no, you still do need that one, don't you? Totally forgot that they didn't change that part. So we're going to go 4, and then we're going to go distance away. That's going to give us our variable A, or we can put it up into 5 and then come back down. And that's going to move us away to right there. Okay. So all we're going to do is we're going to take micromanager, and do I have any blight around? You know what? Let's go ahead and start right fast. It does not have anything. We're going to remove. Okay. So this one, ore type. This one we need to set for there, right? This one is going to be our home location. It's going to be used later. Distance away. I want this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away from whatever it is. The item, that's going to come back, and that's going to come back as well. So now we're going to start this again. Okay. So now it's looking for the blight crystals. Like crystals, I already know there's some over here, right? What it's going to do is it's going to come all the way down. There's blight crystals right there. Okay, so it's finding those blight crystals. It's finding the mineable resource, but it's not moving. Why is it not moving? Right here. So it's finding that item, okay? And it's writing that to a number. It's writing it to infinite. So what's the problem that we have here? Okay, so there's a problem with our code. We have to figure out what it is. So in our code, we're trying to find this. I have a home location, a distance away of 6. It's finding resource blight crystals, and it's saying that is parameter 5, and it's giving us that, but it's not moving to it. Okay, why is it not moving to it? That's what we have to figure out, is why is it not moving to that location? Okay, so if we go back to move unit, right here, and we take that away, and then we just move that into there. Now, is it going to move to there? Now it moved right next to it. Now it's moved. And it's just sitting there waiting. Just sitting here and it's waiting and it's waiting and it's waiting. Okay. Now, it's going to just sit here. This is how you make the mining control bot. Because now all it's going to do is just sit there and wait. All it's going to do. I could even have it for these twin bots that are sitting there mining blight. They're just mining blight. All they're doing is doing this. So I could put behavior control units on these and have them do this and then come back over here and turn it back in once they reach a full amount. Instead of just doing one and one and one and one. But this is going to go 6 away from our blight crystal. So that's going from that one. So this is 6 away from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then our thing. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how it's figuring that out, but it's figuring it out that way. Because if you hover over it, it gives that light shadow over top of the crystal. Okay, so if you focus on this one right here, you notice how it has that little yellow around it? If you hover it over here, it's going to do the exact same thing. Okay, so that's giving us where our blight crystal is. And we have our blight miner right there. But that's how you do this one. And this is just going to continuously run this. Now, as soon as this runs out, it's just going to automatically move to another one. So it'll find this one, or it'll find this one, or it'll find this one. It'll find one within its radar range, which is pretty big. Right here. That's its radar range that it's going to be going for. So it's got a pretty good amount of distance that it can go. And this is all you do, is you have to try to figure out how to actually do it. What do all of the controls do? How do you do it? Okay, like move range. If I wanted to switch over to move range, and I wanted, say I wanted radar P4 item. I want it to be P4. Okay, it's gonna move over to there. How far? That's a good question. I don't know. Here, I know I've set that distance. Okay, so I've set the distance for micromanager. So it's still doing that one. I can change this distance at any time. There we go. I want to make it farther away. There. It's then gonna move farther away, hopefully. Don't make me wrong here. Okay, let's go one less. And it's just gonna move it closer. Because now it's within that range. Okay? And that's all that this programming is for this game. That's all you have to do. Is just figure out what you want to do. So I want to move the unit to the blade, and then what goes in the middle. So you have to figure out how to... Hold on. Let me get away from the lightning strikes. If you want to move to here, you have to figure out how you're going to figure out where it is. So what your radar is. Okay? Each unit has a radar in it. Okay? So like this. Scout. It has a visible range of 10. That means its radar is 10. So within 10 of this, if I go like this, that's its visible range. It can see anything. So if you turn a radar on, it'll see anything within that range. Okay? So if I didn't have this and I put it to radar for blight, it would be able to find all this blight right here and be able to move to it. That's why the miners that I have right over here, these miners are able to see the ore because they're not around it. It's in that 10 range. Same thing with these ones, the crystals. Same thing with my other ones over here, my sand. Okay? All of them are the same. They can all see a little bit, so you don't have to have a radar on there. The radar is for the one that you want to have the long distance scanning, because it scans a 30 range, so it goes twice as far as the visible. But other than that, every unit can radar. They just have a very small radar. Their visible range is all they can do. And that's all you have to do. I would be curious if you have questions. If you're trying to figure out how to do something, please let me know. I also have my Discord. The Discord, it should be up in my About the channel. Go ahead and hop in there. I'm trying to grow it. Right now it's really small. I just started a little while ago and I haven't really pushed it at all. So if you have questions, go ahead and hop into there. Let me see. I might even make a video on it. You never know. But thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.